Perfect. Now we're going to have a webinar together with our CRM partner, Sugar. So we have Tim Gale from Sugar here with us today. So the webinar is going to be in English, but we can translate if there is any questions. So the chat is also available. So if you have any questions during the webinar, just ask them there. Perfect. So over to you, Tim.
Great. Quick question. How do I move the slides forward?
If you just press, otherwise I can help you. Can you make it work?
No, I don't have control.
Okay. But if we try to fix that, and otherwise I can switch slides whenever you say that you want me to do it.
Okay, well, let's get going. Appreciate everybody's time. Everybody's very busy. So look, delighted to be with you all today. Thank you very much for your time. My name's Tim. As you can see, I run the new business team here at Sugar in EMEA. Delighted to spend the next 20-25 minutes with you all, just talking to you a little bit about SugarCRM and ultimately how CRM can help with your KRAs and KPIs.
Should I change?
Yes, please. Yeah. If I just pause, that's
yeah, okay.
Great. So look, we understand that many organizations that are not using the CRM are looking to manage their business could be an ERP. Of course, it may be elsewhere, but a lot of these, what we class as KRAs, key result areas or key performance indicators, are directly impacted by the engagement that your employees have with your customers. And you can see a number of these here that I'm sure resonate with you today. But how can you influence them directly? And this is where CRM comes into play, because as you can see, there's a number of these key performance indicators that you need to have greater interaction with your customers. And fundamentally, this is where a CRM can really drive value within your business. And the next slide, Eber, if we could move on to, it starts to articulate really what a CRM stands for. So improving customer relationships. What do we mean by that? Well, of course, by empowering individuals to get a true understanding of your customers, it's enabling them to have more personalized communication with those customers. It gets a good understanding of history across departments. There may be various emails, calls, meetings that have occurred. And every time you engage with that customer, you have a comprehensive history and insight in terms of who they are, maybe what they've purchased, maybe what they've shown an interest in. Have they got any business pain today that you can ensure you resolve before you try and sell to them? So you're delivering a personalized engagement. The CRM is there to help you manage and track leads through marketing automation, where you can drive the communications to your install base, potentially new organizations, create predictive, have a predictive insight in terms of which leads are most likely to convert, which opportunities are most likely to close. Empower your end users through quote management, forecast accuracy, pipeline management. Get a better understanding of how your sales team are performing. Track their KPIs, how many meetings are they having a week, and really getting a good understanding of any correlation between success and performance. The automation and AI built into a CRM can drive productivity and efficiency. A CRM that's well utilized, highly adopted, is going to have a lot of data in it, which not only drives better decision making through advanced reporting and analytics, but because of that data is so contextual and rich and structured, you can then start to summarize that data and the unstructured data as well, coming from emails, coming from calls, and serve up key information to end users, to you as business leaders, to get a true understanding of how each account, each one of your customers, your greatest asset, are performing. And as we've said, improving collaboration across teams, your customer service team, your sales team, your marketing team, plus your operations, your finance, the back office teams, getting a consistent view of how your business is performing. And that's where CRM really delivers value. If we can move on to the next slide, please, Emma.
Yeah, if you hover over the screen, do you see like an arrow? Then I think you can switch the slides by yourself.
Yeah, I don't
Otherwise,
have. No, I don't have any arrows yet.
Okay, perfect. And we do like this.
So I'll keep you working. You can't.
Yeah.
So we spoke about CRM, and of course, we're here to just educate you a little bit around SugarCRM. Not only are we are very proud of what the analysts think of Sugar and the recognition we consistently receive. So what we would say here is, Sugar, you're in a safe pair of hands. But let's also look at our retention and renewal rates and our NPS score. The NPS score is outstanding for software as a service. For the last 5 years, 90 plus demonstrates that we truly look after our customers, and therefore that also reflects in our retention and renewal rates. Businesses get a lot of value by partnering with SugarCRM. We're a global organization. We've been in the CRM market since 2004, so we have extensive experience. And over time, we've continued to evolve the platform from just a sales tool to a sales service and marketing, with a recent acquisition of SalesEye, which is a revenue intelligence tool, which I'll talk to a little bit later on. We can move forward, please, Eva. So as you can see, if we can move on to the next slide, we have a plethora of, if you could just move forward again, please. Thank you. So you see the Swedish Institute, which is actually a customer of Exsitec. I've got fantastic performance from a marketing perspective. Customer service organizations are significantly reducing cost and time to serve, streamlining sales efforts, increasing conversion rates, winning more opportunities, increasing average order value, average lifecycle value, market share gain and growth. These are typical KPIs and return on investment outcomes that many of our customers are sharing with us today. We'll happily spend more time if there are further questions to talk about other success stories. But again, I just want to bring our thought process back to some of the KPIs we showed on the early slides. And this is typically what SugarCRM helps businesses with. So let's go ahead and take a look at the platform as itself. Move on to the next slide. Thank you. So Sugar as a platform, as I alluded to, isn't just the Salesforce automation tool it once was. It now serves the entire customer lifecycle journey, all through demand generation using the marketing and automation tool. Then you move into the revenue intelligence, where you start to understand what your customers are actually buying. So this is where we start to integrate back office. So Sugar integrates into over hundreds of different ERPs natively through the SalesEye integration. In fact, integration is one of the strongest components that Sugar offer as a platform. And one of our customers in the Netherlands has approaching 40 integrations for their B2B and B2C components of their business. So it's a fully flexible and integrated platform, driving the sales through CPQ, as well as sort of pipeline opportunity management, and then serving the customers throughout as well. So again, driving up retention and looking after them. The platform itself is underpinned with AI. We partner with Amazon Web Services, so we're hosted in the cloud, but we also have the same platform hosted on premise as well. So if you want to host a CRM on your own premises in your data center or data service, then that's absolutely feasible as well, with a no drop off in functionality. If we can move forward again, please, Emma. Thank you. So just going to touch on a couple of slides here where we're highlighting what we believe based on our experience and best practices and the types of organization we work with. We're industry agnostic. We work with companies in all industries. B2B is typically where our strengths are, but we also have many B2C customers as well. But when we work with businesses, we really sit down to truly understand their organization. What are they doing today? How are they managing their business processes? We then start to work with them to recommend where Sugar can maybe take processes which are managed in other systems, could be in the back office, but are better suited to reside within the core CRM, as we're seeing here, where we see lead and opportunity and quote management versus what happens in the back office. And if the same for customer service, if we can move to the next slide, please, Eva, where again, we're encouraging businesses to consolidate all of their service activity. Again, this could be managing cases directly with customers, but it could also be internal tickets as well. So if you have an IT ticket that can be managed in a CRM. Change management. If your customers are logging claims, that can be managed in a CRM. But what we wouldn't do is, if you have a particular process that's working incredibly well with an ERP or another system, we wouldn't try and, as we would say, put a square peg in a round hole. We would encourage you to maintain that, but maybe integrate it into the CRM and reflect it. So if we move on to the next slide, you can start to see here what we deem as the customer life cycle, those customer facing touch points, those interactions you have with your customers, typically are best managed within a CRM, but each business is different and each industry is different. And Sugar is an incredibly flexible platform that is molded around your business. It's a low code, no code platform, and you would not be necessarily having to change your business to leverage Sugar. We Exsitec would work with you to implement Sugar and mold it around your business and your processes. So let's go ahead and take a little bit, have some time now looking at Sugar as a whole. And again, what does the system do to deliver on those KRAs and KPIs? If we can move ahead, please, Eva. So thank you very much. So like you've seen a couple of times now, we have 4 core modules. It's a modular platform, so you can slice and dice. Many of our customers are using 3 or 4 of those modules. Some are only using 1 or 2. Salesforce automation. This is the core heartbeat of Sugar CRM. It enables end users to be focusing on the right leads and opportunities. As I've already mentioned, we have predictive AI built into the tool, which enables you to identify which leads are most likely to convert or which opportunities are most likely to close. So what's that doing? Ensuring your sales teams are focusing on where they're most likely to drive revenue. It's going to create greater accuracy around your pipeline, your forecasting accuracy, which of course will have business benefits to your back office and wider efficiencies within the organization. Can engage with customers everywhere, anytime, through Outlook, through mobile. It's a comprehensive tool, as you'll see in a second. And of course, the quoting and close is very much around managing those quotes, staying on top of those quotes. Too often we hear horror stories of businesses where quotes go out and they never get followed up. And then when it's too late, they've lost the business. So again, having a system to ensure the team stay on top of it is fundamental. So now we'll start looking at the actual UI or user interface of Sugar. If we can move forward, thank you, which is incredibly simple and intuitive. We're very proud to say that not through our retention and renewal rates, which demonstrates business success, but you only get business success from a CRM if your end users want to use the tool, if they see value in it. So we can see here examples of the mobile interface is exactly the same as the desktop, although the screen estate is less, so you can configure the UI, the user interface, so it's more refined, more relevant for your account managers who may be going out to see customers. So they get an instantaneous update and insight in terms of the customer before they go in. Whilst they're on site, they can dictate into their phone around some updates around a conversation, meeting notes. They can create a quote using DocuSign whilst on their mobile. In with a customer, they can use maps. So if a customer unfortunately cancels, they can quickly look at which other leads or accounts are within the area that they can pop in and see. So again, driving productivity, enhancing the time, enhancing the quality of the time they spend with their customers. Sugar has what we class as a single click to a customer 360 from a dashboard. We have a unique tool in Sugar called a focus drawer, which opens up and presents all the information for that end user that they need to see and understand before they engage and speak to that customer. We have tools like smart guides, where you may have processes that you wish to standardize, or as you're introducing new employees into the organization, rather than having to explain how to convert a lead or qualify a lead or manage a bid process or manage a quarterly, monthly review, the system will guide the end user through. They'll tell them what they need to be doing next and when, and it can start to expand across a multitude of different end users. So it creates cadence, it creates accountability, it creates reliability, and it creates consistency as well. So if we move ahead, please, Ebba, thank you. As you would have seen, the customer 360 in Sugar is a single view of every single touch point, all of that rich contextual data, the emails which have been sent from Outlook that automatically sync into Sugar. Hey, by the way, you can also look at Sugar within your Outlook as well. So I, as a sales rep, yes, of course, we use Sugar, but I also have Outlook turned on, so I always have information about my customers whilst I'm emailing them. So I get a comprehensive view in both platforms. The emails are coming in, I'm logging my calls, notes against the calls, the meetings I've had with my customers. And this is where that AI summarization really comes to the fore, because there is a lot of data in CRM, which is fantastic for the rich contextual reporting, the sort of real-time insights that are afforded to you as a sales leader. What pipeline does it, what does our pipeline look like? What does our forecast look like? And you can see here actually an example of our predictive analytics, which enables businesses to become more proactive. They can see trends around revenue in terms of, are we seeing an increase of time that opportunities reside at a particular stage in a particular region in the pipeline? Is there a reason behind this? It helps businesses identify bottlenecks and uncover challenges with internal processes. So it enables a rich contextual information here is not only beneficial for end users with that summarization, but also from a reporting purpose. We can move ahead, please, again, Ebba. Thank you. So the second core module here is revenue intelligence. This is where it starts to consume data coming in from the ERP. And if we can move to the next slide, please, Ebba. Thank you. What it does do is it helps account managers, sales reps to analyze their customers and the trends, the purchase trends that may be occurring over time. Are we seeing an increase or a decrease against particular product or service sets? Are we seeing a month-on-month difference or year-on-year where our revenue may be up, may be down, and we can immediately start to see at customer level and at product level the differences, the change in performance. This data typically resides in ERP and is not afforded to end users. But if you can present it to end users, it helps them identify potential churn risk much earlier before it's too late. It enables businesses to do much greater segmentation. So company has bought the eggs and bacon, but hasn't bought the beans or the bread, for example. Whereas similar businesses have done that. And this is where it helps to uncover those hidden opportunities, increase the average revenue per customer or the average life cycle per customer. It enables the marketeers to take that data and create highly targeted campaigns, nurture those businesses, and ultimately grow the customer value over a period of time, increase that order value. Through simple analysis of data within the system and presenting it to end users, we can really drive business performance. And if we can move ahead again, Ebba, please, as we move into the world of customer service. On to the next slide, thank you. Again, what are we looking to do here? We're looking to help you as a business look after your greatest asset, your customers. Ensure that you're engaging with them at the right time and around the information. The reality is, you don't just have a customer service team, you have a customer service organization. Every individual who speaks and engages with your customer is effectively delivering customer service. So if it's one of your sales reps, they need to understand if there is an open case or a ticket, or if a customer is on credit stop, or that customer is not satisfied with a recent order. They can't then just go in and sell to them and go in blind. That's a way to really damage that relationship with that customer. So ensuring that every single employee that interacts with customers gets a comprehensive view and understanding is incredibly important to reduce churn and, of course, create greater, improve the perception of your brand as an organization. And we'll see if you can move ahead, please, Eva, onto the next slide. Thank you. Again, how you can manage cases or tickets, and I've already alluded to the fact you can have those internal tickets, you can have customer claims coming in, but you can capture the core information about the account to really truly understand the health status of that account. What is the next best action with that account or with that case? You can put the cases into buckets. You can report on cases and start to see trends over time. Are we seeing an increase in customer support tickets on a particular product or service in a particular region? Are we seeing an increase or a decrease in time to resolution? How are we adhering to the SLAs that we promise our customers? This is all incredibly important information to really truly understand how we're running our business. And by having it consolidated in a single platform, enables you to get a better understanding as your business as a whole. It enables you to ensure that there's escalation, there's workflow, there's automation, communications going out externally, but also internally. If something's overdue, you know that the system is going to be guiding end users on what they need to be doing next and at the right time with the right information. If we can move ahead again, please, Eva. Yep. Thank you. And on to the next slide. So concluding the 4 core modules within Sugar is our marketing automation platform. And if you can move ahead again, please, Eva. I just want to highlight again the importance of nurturing the customers, ensuring, and I referred to it a couple of times earlier, around the importance of data segmentation. By having that, I'm having data segmentation through data residing in a single platform, and as we would say, being able to slice and dice and really put certain customers into certain buckets based on their purchase history or the type of profile there are, the spend that they may do with your business today. You can ensure that the communication that's going out to them is relevant. So we have something called dynamic content, which means that maybe me and Eva both receive the same email, but actually how that email looks to each of us, because we may reside in different regions, we may have a different job role, it looks different, and therefore it drives engagement. Again, I refer back to the Swedish Institute that have 40 to 50% in open rates because of how targeted their email campaigns are. You have dynamic target lists. So if you have thresholds, for example, of customers that spend, let's just say 10,000 euros with you. Now, if they go above that 10,000, they sit in this bucket and start to receive this communication. If their spend dips below 10,000, of course, it's going to start to trigger some alerts, some health status. But from a marketeer's perspective, it removes them from this bucket and automatically puts them in another bucket. So you're safe in the knowledge that your customers are receiving information that's relevant to them. Maybe if it's a product related campaign, they buy that product, they of course come out of that bucket and they may now move into another bucket for a campaign, because customers that bought this product, we recommend should be buying this product. So they automatically start to receive information. So it's guiding customers through a journey that's relevant and timely. And if we can move on to the final slide, please, around marketing. Of course, all of this data, what does it do? It helps you as a business start to report on where we're getting our strongest leads from. Is it worth exhibiting at this event again? Did we get good uptake? Did we drive much revenue from that event? Where are the attribution from opportunities? Are they coming from social media? Are they coming from email campaigns? This is all helping you as a business manage your budgets, operate effectively and efficiently. And furthermore, because of the full integration with the entire platform, you can see on the right-hand side how you can track that journey of a customer, really get a good understanding of what interest they're showing. Lead scoring ensures that only a lead is relevant and right and ready to be followed up by a sales rep at a certain time. You can control the parameters around that, but it does mean that when that sales rep follows up with that individual, then they are informed and they can have a personalized communication, which is massively likely to increase the likelihood of lead conversion and ultimately opportunity success. So concluding everything, what does this mean for your KRAs and KPIs? CRM, this is where it's really going to help your business move forward, and hopefully you'll choose to do that with SugarCRM.
I think we have one more slide.
I think it's a wrap-up slide. Yeah, let the platform do the work. That's our mantra.
Did I do a good job with switching the slides?
You did, Eva. You're an outstanding assistant. Thank you, assistant. Thank you so much.
Unfortunately, we had some troubles. We have a question over here. Someone is getting curious to explore more about sugar and wonders where and how do I start? You start with taking a meeting with us, and then we can tell you more about how sugar can work for your company. Yeah. So I will contact you after the webinar. But a good question. Do we have any more questions after after the presentation of Sugar. We have a few minutes. Or do you have any questions, Tim?
I guess my yeah, I mean, I'm always intrigued to understand businesses and how they currently manage those, look after their customers. You know, is there a motivation to, shall we say, get closer to customers? Is there a particular trend that the audience is seeing that they now believe they need to change how they engage with their customers?
A good question. And that is some the answers you can put in the chat if you'd like to share anything.
So, for example, if I can help here, with our customers at Sugar, the thousands of customers that use our platform globally, we're starting to see greater involvement from CFOs, for example, in budgetary decisions. We're seeing an increase in the number of executives involved in a buying process. Now, that's not just buying sugar, and therefore that is increasing, shall we say, the sales cycle, but also when it comes to renewals and the justification and presenting return on investment. Obviously, as a CRM company, we're well geared up to support those businesses to do it. But I'm intrigued and curious to understand if you're seeing, as organisations in your industries, similar trends around or greater challenges in actually investment in your services and products. And therefore, again, this is where maybe having a more comprehensive understanding of your customers and analysing that data and seeing sales cycles, understanding the types of stakeholders who are signing off, and where a CRM could add value.
Yeah. Exactly. I just started to think about the CFO aspect that you said. I've also seen it in our dialogues with customers that the CFOs now want to know, like, okay, what happens? I want to follow the customer journey from the first touch with the customer until we have been sending the invoices. So you can follow the whole like trend also.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to do that with only an ERP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But perfect. I don't think we got any answers or any questions from the audience.
No. Hopefully my presentation was that comprehensive. That's why there's no questions.
Now we understand everything.
But look, the reality is absolutely follow up with Eber and the team at Exsitec. But I, as I said, I'm here. I sort of head up the new business team at Sugar, and I'd be delighted to join Eber and the team at Exsitec in any conversations, provide support. So I just want to say thank you very much again, everybody, for your time today, and hopefully I look forward to speaking with some of you moving forward.
Yeah, we can definitely arrange a meeting like that.
Great.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Tim, and have a lovely Friday.
And to you, thank you very much for hosting me.
Yeah, of course. Always a pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.